Cut the music. Quiet the music. We have breaking news. Or, sorry. What is it? We have breaking news. Breaking news coming out of, I don't know if this is the right sound. Breaking news coming out of the New York Stock Exchange today. We had the bear phase of market culminates and demoralized selling, a regular recovery of sound stocks from here on. It is over. It is over. We have seen the worst. Heaven forbid that anything worse than yesterday, or today really, on the stock exchange should be possible. I personally believe through the declines of 1903, 1907, 1914, and 1920, and as I recall the worst days of those panics, none of them was as wicked on the floor of the exchange as this artificial panic of 1929 at midday today. The whole country was involved in the trading. Oh my god, man. Alright, yeah, well, hello, traders. If you don't know, it's the 93rd anniversary of the Great Crash, October 24th, 1929. Things were already terrible. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Chart on the daily. Yeah, I know, man. Just a bunch of wigs. I don't know how it was even factored or how they transcribed it on the chart. But October 24th, so it was today, October 24th, 1929. Doesn't really look that bad. Again, I wouldn't trust any of these. But believe me, it was bad, man. I was there. All those years ago, or just today anyway. And since that disgusting day, you know, the sell-off didn't really finish before bear market rally until you dropped another 34% in the next 3 weeks, right? Bear market rally, you know, okay, you had a bear market rally when you finally bottomed out November 13th, 1929, until you topped out April 1930, and oh my god. As if you thought the worst was over, right? And I was actually quoting a guy named Waldo Young, who had seen everything, all the bad ones before. He had seen the great crash of 1919, and the crash of 1916. He saw the 04, 1904? Yeah, that was nasty. He saw all those, and he thought the worst was over, but it had really just begun. And you didn't recover for a good, 30 plus years. Jesus. So anyway, I was just having some fun since, I mean, who else in the world's going to be doing this? Who in the world's going to be like, hey, I'm a live streamer and we're going to like talk about 1929 and have fun with it. All right. So looking at the weekly in the Dow Jones, big day today, up 1.34%. You can clearly see a recovery has begun. And the inverted hammer seems to be what started it, right? Wow, an inverted hammer. I completely forgot about that. But like confirmed a couple weeks ago, last week, nice close, nice rally, and now again you're up and straight up, down. Could be going to 33.2 again. And you're still gonna be in a bear market even if you did that. And it was the dragon. It was the dragon on the daily. Stop. No, just go. It was the dragon. Dragon, first target, 32,155. So you hit a 50% retrace today. Could be the Dow's theory. Pull back tomorrow. All right. So good day for the Dow Jones. Sorry, that's like my 1920s accent. I don't know. Was the voice changer? Was the voice changer good? Breaking. Come in. We have breaking news. The S&P 500 has broken its supply line. It gapped up to break out and then formally back tested it before closing strong. Stop. So yeah, another supply line broken. because the Dow Jones already did it. The S&P had not done it, but a nice engulfing candle. Yeah. And now this engulfing candle is very, very real with what today's price action gave us. So you did have the highest daily candle close on the S&P 500 technically since September 20th. Hey, over 1 month highs on the S&P. Very good. Held support, 35.88. Held it well, and now you're just recovering. But just remember, this thing could go to 4,058, and it's still not going to be in a bull trend long term. Right? You can have this, though. You can have long-term downtrend, and then you had a short-term downtrend, mid-term downtrend, and now you're breaking that, and you could be going for a short-term reversal that could last a little while, and that's just to destroy people. The shorts that were FOMOing after, right? The shorts. The only people getting hurt here are the people that went short after the S&P 500 entire index funds lost 20% in 2 months. Yeah, when you go short after index funds drop 20% in 2 months, yeah, you can get wrecked. Yeah, because the downside could be limited in the short term, but we do think long term, yeah, we got way more downside. Just maybe not for a week or two, and maybe not during earnings. Who knows, man? Okay, so that's your S&P, NASDAQ. What's this crazy NASDAQ? That didn't exist back in my day. Well, the NASDAQ, as it broke the supply line.
Mitchie, you are literally the GOAT at TA.
Oh my God, I turned this thing off.
As always, I look forward to your daily stream. Keep up the great work. Also, screw these stocks when Pulse Dogecoin visits the moon. Thoughts?
Thank you, dude. Let me, I appreciate the kind words and the continuous support of this 100% crowdsourced stream. All right, thank you, dude. We can look at that.
What is this? Sounds like pure devilry to me. Pure devilry, this person with this gen coin.
Yeah, we'll look at it. So NASDAQ just broke out yesterday with an engulfing candle, caught fall through today, and a formal back test of the old supply lines, now a demand line. And you got your highest daily candle close since October 6th. Not as good as the S&P. But really good news when you get back above, I think, the 10,823 level, July 2020, November 2020, peaks and valleys. You're above it. You closed above today. That's great. You had not closed above that level since October 6th. So if you go on a more significant rally here, it doesn't mean you're in a long-term uptrend. It just means you're catching a wave up in a downtrend. Wow, it's not that crazy. You can't be freaked out. An index fund lost 20% of its value in 2 months. And there's like weekly divergence developing. Remember, I mean, all of them starting to show this crazy divergence. Beginning to. You had one low, very discernible on the weekly. Now you see a second slightly lower low. And that second slightly lower low just happens to hit this curved line I've had plotted on the weekly for years. Somehow it hits it. Somehow it tests it and holds it, and now it's reversing. Seller exhaustion is there. I don't know if this is going to sustain. I don't. I'm just reporting the variables that exist at the time. But so you're getting back above inflection points until tomorrow happens and we crack, or something bad happens. But as of today, looking better and better on the weekly, looking pretty decent on the daily. The divergence was there on the daily and the weekly for the NASDAQ. So whenever that multiple time scales that are significant are implying a reversal, it could happen. It could play out. It may perform terribly. We're going to find out, aren't we? Okay, Russell 2000. Russell 2000, good news. The breakout and the successful back tests. Wow, you're back above 1743. These are really good things that are developing. I think you need a little more data, but this is, you think about if a dragon played out on the Russell 2000, just a simple run-of-the-mill dragon, as it would be for any index fund, or it would be for Bitcoin, or it would be for gold, or anything. You have standard targets for dragons. always going to be the 618, 786, 1 and 2. Well, remember the S&P is already at the 50% retrace, so it's only got one more fib node to go before it hits that target of a dragon. This is way off. This is still down at a 23% retrace, and it may never get there because we're identifying a bullish pattern in a very well-established bear trend. But on the other side of the coin, you do have that weekly helping you here. That is very real bullish divergence in the making. Or you give me a week of green. Wow. It's impossible to argue with the fact that the seller exhaustion is there. You're getting back above key inflection points. You can see locally one low and then the second low. Buyers are really trying here to defend this level, aren't they? They are. And only FOMOers getting hurt. You know, if you're shorting. But it all had to start with a stupid scam day, right? Of what was it? Was it CPI? I can't even get it right anymore. I can't even remember. There's just, you know, once every week or two, we have like an earnings report for the entire market. And it's just the Fed saying something. Oh, they might pivot. We might slow down on rate hikes, whatever. And that's all the market needs. It's so illiquid now, man. Yeah, the CPI. Yeah, well, yes. Okay, there are your index funds. Knocking them out. Let's go to Bitcoin. This crazy
contraption Bitcoin that you get it, man. You get it. No developments on Bitcoin. None.
No developments on Bitcoin like the index funds that are very interesting. That's the word. At least interesting. Bitcoin's just dead. Now, the good news is, really good news is, if the index funds do the dragon, like play out, and they all hit their respective 618, 786s of those dragons, they just perform adequately. Great news. This, I think, will have a breakout. We'll have a supply line breakout on Bitcoin. You attempted it. You did break it. As you can see, one high, the second high. You broke out yesterday, and now you're desperately trying to hold, but you're falling back into it, so maybe it's nothing. I think I have this plot on the 4 hour at least, so you can really see it here. Yeah, look at the this perfect touches, right? The anchor points from August 15th and September 13th. You now can see how the price is correlating here, where you attempt to break out, even back tested, but bearish engulfing right back into it. And now look, you're back in it and you're testing. 4, 8, 12, going on 16 hours of reconfirming the validity of this line as a supply line, not a demand line. When it breaks the supply line and then back tested at support, it becomes a demand line, because that's where demand is. It's flipping, but it's not. It's re-regarding it as what it always was and still always is for now. 36 minutes till your daily candle close. October 24th, 2022. Paying homage and respect to the craziest crash we've ever seen. Yeah, there was no Federal Reserve back then. There was no fail-safe. There were no circuit breakers. There was nothing, man. So we can't really have a 1920s or 1987 crash again because of safety protocols and stuff. When robbers use guns, not laws, yeah. He's onto something there. All right, that's your Bitcoin daily, nothing burger, and 4 hour. You can see it. It's resistance and nothing else. So it's like you're now, if you like Bitcoin and you want Bitcoin to break upward, where there is that argument for the harmonic, right? It's the shark. It's the type 2 return. This could be the jump across the creek. You want that to play out. You're praying to dear God for your earnings season to go unbelievably well, where everything's been so devastated this year that, okay, doesn't matter what the earnings are, no one cares because just max bids are coming in. and things are shooting up 10% after hours, you know, or pre-market. And again, good or bad earnings, doesn't matter, right? So that's what you're hoping for here, which is super casino-y, you know, like, wow, we gotta hope for that, for this thing to play out. That's just not fun times. I don't see any other way that this plays out. But that's good though, right? I mean, and you still got the bearish argument. It's there, man. It's gonna stay there. They're both valid for now. I mean, they really are. Shark or the right angle ascending broadening formation with the potential bullish deep crab pattern, which pattern completion zones down here, 13, 14K. Wow, I know, right? Crazy stuff. Ethereum, that had a much better day than Bitcoin yesterday, is down 1.43%. It still broke its supply line, unlike Bitcoin, right? It's still broken. You know, they're different supply lines. I mean, I'm going from this high up here for Bitcoin, and no breakout at all. No big breakout, just a smaller one, right? Which may be bullcrap because it could just be a rectangle, which I'm just not sold on Ethereum right now, man. Not sold yet. It is breaking and back testing the supply line as a demand line, but not really going anywhere. You're going to need Bitcoin. Bitcoin's got to do something, and then Ethereum will do it too. You just got to understand how long-term bearish you are. You know, what happens if this plays? If this happens, it's still long-term so bearish. Which is a little too perfect on ANC, but an 886, you're still a bear. You're still long-term bearish there if that happens. It goes to 1700 on a bull trend. Wow. But there's no indication of that even happening yet. So, okay. BNB, stuck, dude. Dead market, whatever. Maybe it's putting in a second low locally and runs again to make an 886. Okay, maybe. Other than that, very coin flippish right now. Praying for earnings for stocks on another market. I mean, you're building your positive momentum again. You did reject the bearish control zone, which is really nice on the daily. That's interesting. After hidden bearish divergence played out and underperformed really bad. So, okay. Yeah, more controversy. Yeah, sure. BNB, XRP, that is down 3%. I mean, you know, it was cool that it was holding yesterday, but it's not really catching any follow through yet. It's really tough to be sold on this one right now. But it's, I guess, okay till it breaks the 41.75 cent area, which is the neckline of the double top or the bad action magnet move of the potential bat pattern, which would take you down to like 34 cents. All depends on what Bitcoin does, I guess. Wow, I mean, nothing's changed, man. Crypto, like, what do you? The market's dead. Like, the crypto market, the liquidity's gone. There's no retail. It's just a dead market right now. Stocks are better than crypto right now, if you've noticed. Wow, at least it's moving. Okay, so spend no time on this because it's just like, what? Cardano, you know, down 1.2% after back testing 36.2 cents as resistance. It's staying that way for now. And I think the eventual target's 28.7 cents to at least complete the bullish deep crab pattern that would, you know, even if you get to that pattern completion zone, the 1618, you probably just bear flag before rolling over even more later. There's no formal edge on this. It's terrible, man. Like, it doesn't even matter. If it rallies, okay, great. As long as it stays below 51 cents, it's super bearish. Right, you're just in the midst of this C to D wave, and you get up and downs in between. Okay, Cardano, and then Sol, Target. Oh, it's down 3.2% today. I can barely even tell. They're so dead now. They move like this every day, and it's just like whatever. Target 20 cents. I'm sorry, $20.20. Not a Freudian slip, just misspoke. $20.20 or so for at least a 1272, the minimum, and that lines up perfectly. This is like TA Tetris on this one. I'm thinking if this happens, that means Bitcoin broke down, right? If this is respected and works, plays out, Bitcoin's much lower. How much change there, huh? Sol and then Doge, whatever, down 1.4%. Dead market. This is the daily. Every day goes by, nothing happens. No one's really trading this crap anymore. It's so illiquid. I don't know why you would even think about owning this right now. I mean, you're just getting lucky. If you buy it and it goes up and hits 6.5 cents again, you're just getting lucky. I'm thinking eventually 4.2 cents and then 2 cents after that, then half a cent. So, whatever. Dot down 0.84%. Thinking eventually a 1272 take you to $5, $4.95, and you're just waiting on that now at this point. Now there's been some really nice divergence starting to develop on the MACD histogram. The low, the lower low, the lowest low. It's pretty nice. I mean, that implies a reversal of the upside, but it hasn't happened yet. So it would literally require Bitcoin breaking upward. The shark, type 2 return, jump across the creek, playing out. It would have to, but it hasn't done that yet. It hasn't. So, wow, a bullish edge, but extremely bearish trend. Mostly all formal supports broken until 553, and I think we're just waiting for that to be tested. Once that breaks, it's just like, yeah, we'll talk about a $5 target just because of the harmonic, but this thing could go to 1618, way lower, and then eventually 359. I think when it's all said and done, that'll probably happen. It is taking way too long. Far too long. A type 2 return, dude, you shouldn't have this much time to buy. So Bitcoin breaks the upside. It's like, I think it just legit it's just a risk on asset, and risk on assets had been destroyed. As you saw, the index funds down 20% in 2 months, and so now they're just catching plunge protection team rally. Okay. To gain, retail, get them to buy. So there's exit liquidity, induce buying from scrubs. And get them to FOMO in on something stupid, a Jim Cramer tweet, and then it dumps later. Okay, that's virtually what's keeping this whole market up right now. So they're your bigger cryptos, the big cryptos, man. Well, look at like Maker down 5% today. Now this is nasty because it's like, hey man, at the pattern completion zone of this is what we're identifying on Bitcoin right now. What already happened to Maker is you're in the midst of it happening on Bitcoin and DOT and a few others, where it goes and hits that 1618 finally, type 1, then type 2. And on type 2 had divergence and rallied significantly, but so weak that it couldn't even make a higher high. It couldn't even match the high from August 12th. So subtle, but real, 886. Couldn't break or even test that high from May of 2018 before confirming a top locally 1 time, then 2 times, kind of like an XRP situation. Not as discernible of divergence on the second high either, but I bet if we go to like the 12-hour, it's there. Oh, it's very much real in 12-hour. And you could be making your way to 788 soon. Just gonna do what Bitcoin does. But yeah, it's pretty weak stuff, man. It's pretty terrible. Now, if you make a higher low than the previous lows, you pivot, you spring back test, and you run again, make higher highs. All right, then we'll be talking. There's just so much has to be done for this. I'm just looking at this because it's like one of the worst performers in crypto. Already looked at the index funds. Oh, ICP, man. ICP. On this chart, about to have the lowest. Is this true? Real life? I don't even know if this is it or not. I think this is all the data. You're less than 30 minutes away from possibly having your lowest daily candle close ever. At least on the Binance chart, it would be. Very close. Nasty. Neo down 4%. You don't even, I mean, I don't have to tell you, man. It's like, it's back above supports. It broke the supply line. So it's technically okay for now until it falls back below $8, $7.97. And this is where, I mean, the lowest risk entry for longs ever for any rectangle out of context. But no bids have really come in yet. So it was just a similar situation to Bitcoin in ways where, like, you can see the bottom of the rectangle, the top up there, and just having trouble. I don't know who's wanting to buy anything Chinese right now. No one is. As you can see, that was a big deal. I mean, you're talking like all Chinese stocks down like 10 to 20% today on their BS GDP growth number, but also the Xi Jinping Communist Party stuff, where he's going to be, you know, his third term. Yeah, pretty much just a dictator, and that's all he is. He's a dictator. So, yeah, man, just, hey, man, what about Dash, dude? All right, so this is the one where we looked at. It's like, but dude, isn't this the bottom of a range, man? This is like perfect long opportunity. It's like you don't get this long. You shouldn't be getting this many opportunities. Shouldn't be getting it over, and then shouldn't be getting 5 weeks, just pretty much virtually almost every day, sitting and testing that support. Bearish and golden candle today. In 23 minutes confirmed, and once that breaks, man, it's just a straight line down at 31 bucks. And it'll be fast, it'll be nasty. Just wait for it. Just, it's hard to have any hope on this, man. And then checking back up on Atom, this down 3.6% today. Gonna bearishly engulf all that divergence, and then just no follow through yet at all. Neutral on the RSI, but almost bearish control zone. So I don't think eventually you think 850 again.
Could be possible to take a look at Hex Daily. I'm wondering, my sir, if it will be a good investment to buy stock of a Geneva local company branded Rolex in Switzerland. Have a good evening, sir.
What does the Rolex company Geneva have to do with Hex? Stop. Thanks, man. Alright. Go. Made it.
Okay. Guess we can just forget to look at total. Let Rob's contribution come in.
Hey man, appreciate your theme ideas. Could we maybe have the Bitcoin ones chart with that old-fashioned voiceover lol?
Oh, roll Hex. I get it now. Oh, funny, dude. Funny. Thanks, Rob. Yes. Bitcoin 1 second. Sure. Yeah, we'll do that, I guess, if you want. Sure. All right. Let me flip it. I have to find it. Dude, I like reset, I closed out my OBS, reopened it, and it's like none of my Stream Deck work. Dude, I never download updates on anything ever. This is all scams. But we improved it by breaking everything. Trust me, bro. We're Stream Deck. We're OBS. Here it is. Here's your channel. Yeah. There it is. Still below the 200 moving average, but you know, broke the supply line. Are you making higher highs yet? No, you're not. You're not making higher highs. In fact, on the 4-hour, traders are settling up lower, as they settled up October 18th on that 4-hour peak at 901.5 billion, and then today closed at 898.42 billion. That is just another lower high, despite how subtle it is, and a failed attempt to break above the 200, of course, like you did, you know, on the 18th, and like you did on the friggin' 6th and 5th. God, man, steel wall. You talk about real resistance, the 200. So far, no higher highs, despite your valiant effort. In between two massive levels, you can clearly see 840 and 960. Got it. What was this again? Let's check it. It was Pulse Doge Chain. Wow, of course. Now, Pulse Doge Chain, man. It's going for the gold. Hit the 886 formally today. Up 7.38%. Okay, and 886 here. These are levels where it starts getting a little riskier. You know, I mean, it is the highest, one of the highest risk areas to be taken short, or new longs, fresh longs. But, you know, this is exactly where reaction could occur. You're near the all-time high. It will be your close to your second highest daily candle close ever, if not the second. It is tied with the second. And if you break that, we already have targets, long-term targets, 1139, 1240, 1386. The 1272 to the 1618 is up there. That is it right now. Wait, should I just do the request in the weird voice?
Yeah, just do it like those my way. You gotta post those chain, making substantially higher highs. Okay. What a run. No bearish divergence yet. Stop. Getting queasy. Seen it all.
That's it. I'm looking at the daily. It's probably the best here. Daily's solid. Super solid. Okay. You got it. 1140. 1386. Probably next. Okay. Wow. Then Hex after that. Which I know pumped, right? About a cent today, right? Yes, it did. Unlike others. Wow, the buyers defended the living F out of that, didn't they? Yes, they did. That's impressive. They didn't quite back test the spring so well. There was no spring back test, actually. Here it is. Here's your Hex that could be setting up for a massive double bottom. I mean, look, where you are, one thing I know about Hex is above 3.9 cents, if this is real, the upside could take you to 5.6 cents really fast, because history tells us the only thing that happens between this level is up, down, up. Down, up. Down, up, down, up, down. Right? So breaking this level is extremely important. If you care about Hex, if you're long on Hex, this is a massive potential breakout occurring. Like,
well, breaking news on the Hex coin, the Rich Chula coin.
You like my name? I made it for you, bro. Happy cat face. Bro, I'm scared and Biden scares me more. Eggplant. Nervous sweat. I love the look and you guys really super talented. Go Vols.
What's up, Tennessee volunteer? Thanks, Matt. Well, you know, I mean, once every 15 years, things happen that they didn't happen, you know, and just happy to see the volunteers being so classy about the win, storming the field, you know, not throwing golf balls or mustard at people, you know. But congrats. It will probably be a very long time before that happens again. All right, y'all got the transfer, you know, quarterback who's really good. Okay. It's like the Cam Newton thing, the transfer thing. All right, so maybe one bottom, maybe a second bottom. Maybe the weekly probably looks solid maybe now. That bullish engulfing candle making some serious fall through but you see it, right? Do you see like weekly candles above 3.95 cents? What can happen? I would not be surprised if the same thing happened. Dude, this could, if it is, you see what's happening. This could be like, what if it majorly double bottoms here, dude? Like, these arguments didn't really exist 2 weeks ago, right? So it's just like the index funds kind of starting to show bullish divergence on the weekly. That argument was like a seedling that had not even sprouted above ground at all yet last week. This week, hey, we're starting to see the seedling come out of the seed and just barely emerge above the topsoil. That's kind of where we are on the index funds for serious seller exhaustion and reversal implied. on the weekly, right? So you just got to wonder, how real this could be for Hexakin. Spread the word. I mean, hey man, below 3.2 cents, you can't be bullish because of the things that can happen below it. It's such a thin order book area, but if you buyers defend it not once, now they're defending it twice, new data presenting itself, it pretty much forces you to change. I mean, unless you don't care about new data existing and it not, I mean, you need to, when new data presents itself, it should be able to sway your argument. Like, hey man, if it wasn't here 2 weeks ago, but now it's here, we're onto something. Something possibly really good on Hex is happening. But don't let the Hex cult members see, if I start saying something good about Hex, you know, I'll get praise and love. But then if I start saying something bad about Hex, and these are really just based on technicals and based on the performance of the asset, just like everything else, it did the exact same thing that every other boom bust ever did. Lost 94% of its value from the top. They all did it. The bubble popped. But hey man, you're getting down to these crazy lower levels, and we're identifying potential reversal now. So it's like, that's pretty nice looking, man. I mean, similar. You know what Ethereum looked like before it bottomed out in 2020? I still have it plotted, I bet. Maybe I don't. It was the one bottom, maybe it was on the monthly. Yeah, the monthly, I still have it. Yeah, there it's. The weekly on Hex looks very similar to Ethereum in 2020. I mean, I'm just saying, it's just the beginning here. Only after what? The bubble popped and it lost all its value. You know, 886 from this chart's low, right? From 2016's low. So just something to pay attention to on Hex. Okay. Okay, Rob wants the Bitcoin analysis on the 1 second chart. Wow, 1 second chart. Oh God, I haven't got it this in a long time. All right, buckle up. Buckle up. I'm gonna do this, man.
Okay, we're back at the, we're on the Bitcoin 1 second chart. Bitcoin 1 second chart. Oscillator is not really helping us at all. Currently, price at 19,328 and falling fast. 1 second to go, 3 seconds to go. The candle closed and it closed and it closed again. Identifying a pattern here, I don't even know, man. Can we try to identify a harmonic in development? Let's give this a try. Alright, the X, the A, the B, the C. Alright, we had ourselves a 1 second crab pattern. The pattern completion zone of the crab is going to take you to the 1618, way down here. 168's $19,300. Can we make it? I don't know. That's the only thing that makes sense here. You know what's sad? I mean, like the 1 second's so dead that it doesn't even move on the 1 second chart. It's like, what are you doing? You're just sitting here for seconds. You got a well-established downtrend, and you got the bearish harmonic that implies an extension and a continuation downward. Looks like you may be bear flagging on the 1 second chart. Great.
I don't know, man. So one other alerts, I'll add an alert at 19.3. We hear the beep, then we know that the TA was respected on the 1 second chart. So what's going to happen, Chad? Are we going to break the supply line? Are we going to jump across the creek? Or are we screwed? And the other argument that is still, I mean, look, man, you got the shark, okay, bullish shark, nice, it could play out, I know. Then you got the whole other argument for bears. So you got the shark, or the other one went. guess I had the so this is the bullish argument still valid, and I'll just replot it, I guess, on this one. It's like literally perfect on this one. Like you've already completed, you know, B to C. Now you're working on the last wave is the C to D, and there's one P C Z, and it's 1618 because it's the deep crab, the 1618. It happens to literally be $13,000. $13,000 is legitimately the candle high close and no other. June 26, 2019. That was one of my most viewed streams ever. Yeah, going back to 2019, bro. But so much has changed since then. So that is where you could be headed if this bearish argument plays out. Scott has the shark on the software. X is from the third low. I don't know, man. I'd learned from experience to not be disregarding the lowest low. But I get it, man. I'm not going to argue with this software. Just saying, like, I learned, like, that's kind of what happened on DOT. You omit, and it maybe reacts there briefly, but rolls over later. What happens? I mean, it hit the 886 from X from June, right? It hit the 886 for the shark. So it's like, will the shark play out, or is it just going to... Both could play out, where the shark plays out, catch a lower high than September's high, and it rolls over later, you know, because of earnings and the squeeze. Bitcoin will explode next happening. Yeah, well, you know that's like over a year away, so have fun waiting on that. My God, we're like $30 away from the pattern completion zone of the 1 second crab pattern. Let's go. Would please get some hype in the chat for the 1 second bullish crab. Hype in the chat. But I don't know, man. $30 might as well be $3,000 these days on Bitcoin. No movement. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't, you know. There it is. There's a link. Join it if you haven't. Let's be real. Every single person that's watching this stream's in the Discord or is not interested. Let's be real. I'm not getting like new people finding my stream any day now. Like no one new joins our community because it's so dead. The market. Okay. That was your Bitcoin 1 second chart. Was there another request? Nope. That was the last request. About as insane as yesterday. I mean, I had 2 requests. No, I didn't even have a request yesterday, unless it was Pulse Doge Chain. At least I had 3 requests today. Man. Something's gonna have to change, man, soon. Not looking good for me. Go to Tesla that was down a lot more, but of course, right? They somehow miraculously brought it back up today at, of course, in Power Hour, like always. The shorts, the day traders are closing their shorts because they don't want to get caught in this mess tomorrow. They pushed the price up and it closed above 209, closed at 211, which just right there, man. Think of 181 and then 115 later, but anytime you do this, you wave down. You could always wave up, make a lower high, fill a gap, you know, last 2 weeks, and then it rolls over later. But yeah, you're certainly at a key support, and if it breaks, you're doomed. But you haven't broken it yet. So just like the index funds, they broke supports, but then like a day or 2 later got right back above them. You have to identify that and talk about it and look at it, because that means it wasn't an actual breakdown. This was breaking down. It was broken today at one point, but then it's not a breakdown anymore. So it survived earnings. There's a gap fill at 222. Be the least surprised person on the planet if that fills the gap, you know, in the coming days. But the weekly's terrible. Oh, it's so bad, man. But yeah, hanging on by a thread. Super bearish. But you want to see some of these Chinese scrubs? Look at NIO. Oh my god. It filled a gap, didn't it? Yeah, it filled one gap back from July 2020. There's another gap that needs to be filled that hasn't yet, and that was at, it's right around 788. You know that's going to hit. You know eventually 530 is going to be tested too. The swing lows back from 2018. NIO, man. You got yourself a crab here. Holy crap, you can see it, right? Can't you? It's the crab pattern. It's perfect. 1618 takes you, I would say, yeah, it has to be one. A 1618 is 370. That's your target eventually. And that's kind of, there's a peak, I guess, from 2019 right there. But that's where you're headed most likely on NIO. How about Alibaba? Alibaba. Oh my God. Alibaba tested its all-time low today from September of 2015. You tested it, and there just happened to be bids there. Limit order buys probably set up, and you bounced insanely off of that. Don't think that's like great, man. I just maybe shorts were just covering too, but that's insane, man. Very, very gnarly. You'd broken a supply line. It was a structure.
Can you check out NIO? Not sure if this company is gonna survive. Thanks, Mitch.
I had foreseen your request. I had foreseen it, and I already looked at it for you. Boom. Nice, dude. So if you want to look at extension aggressive, nasty extension patterns here. We use this X point. Try to use this one, but if we're talking about a lower high, it could be, you tend to get away with that and make it this. And that 1618. Oh my God, man. $42.40. I believe it. Not gonna be surprised if we see 42.40 in time on Baba with the extension harmonic. Dude, it wasn't just that. Look at like Las Vegas Sands. This is so bad, man. I think like this was your bull's attempt. This is what they did. It turned into terrible. You are now flirting with a nuclear bomb, a bearish nuclear bomb on Las Vegas Sands. Once $35 clears for real, I'm talking when it really breaks, the downside will probably melt your face off. It's gonna be so bad below this area. And what you've just done might have sealed your fate bearishly, where you're talking about that was the attempted rally at the pattern completion zone of the shark. That was it, man. And now you're back below the 200-day moving average. You can barely see it. You are below it. My God, what could this turn into? Something nasty. Based on the market conditions, I am not going to be surprised if this thing tanks. You would see a free fall, most likely. Very, very bad boys on Las Vegas Sands. Pin Gaming too, you know it, man. Like Pin's doomed. It's been doomed, technically. What is Stitch Fix still getting destroyed? Or Farfetch, excuse me. What, same thing, man. Retail trade, man. Like, look at this crap down here, these basement levels. I mean, maybe it rallies here. It's already rallied, you know? It's like already hit the basement levels and rallied and put in much lower levels than the previous levels, which tells you, like, kind of dries the paint of, yeah, the trend is still very bearish. So, yeah, just $6 soon? I wouldn't be surprised, man. Oh my God, Carvana. Dude, Chad, this is nasty. Carvana, look at this. Inching closer and closer to your lows from October 2017. But this is a new day, and a new day that Carvana makes its lowest price and lowest close in years. And there it is. There's your daily candle close.
Stop up you. Breaking news on big on daily kind of close. The daily kind of close. American banks help Stibbs out of ruin. 200 million pounds spent in a day to save the market after wild selling panic. Mystery fate of a farmer. I don't know, dude. Other stuff, yeah. The greatest break in New York history. Alright, dang it, man, that thing's frozen. Let's go to Bitcoin, because what's the point, dude? But, you know, just talking like. For the local on the 8th, it's like partly cloudy, 80 degrees every day. Or mostly cloudy every day, 80 degrees. No change in forecast, no change in yesterday's weather to today's weather and probably tomorrow's weather. That's it, man. You did it. You closed below 19,650, but you closed above 18,950. Wow. Here's 4 hour. You closed below the supply line as well. Perfectly plotted anchor points. I mean, to the T. Failure, 4, 8, 12. 16 hours in a row of failing and re-regarding the old resistance as resistance again. Or whatever. It's still break. It just all depends on equities. And equities actually look pretty solid for a continuation of the little bottom it's put in for now, I guess. I don't know, man. I am marginally, I mean, like, you know, I'm bearish. Long term, it's a bear trend. The trend is my friend. I understand that. So I think, yeah, it will probably be going. I don't think we've seen the lows on Bitcoin June 18th. I don't think the lows are in on Bitcoin. But if we rallied, you know, 10% from here, I still think we're in a long-term bear trend. But I'm not going to be one to just be so, like, you know, I don't know, so bearish that, like, there can't be one of those rallies that occurs. Okay, whatever. Bitcoin, yeah. Here I'm thinking $1,020 in time. There it is, chat. Guess what happened? Bitcoin on the 1 second chart. Let's replot it. One second, right? There it was, chat. There it was. Let's replot it out for you. 1 second bullish crab pattern has achieved its completion. Let's go unlock the futures. Thanks, man.
Unlikely Futures tipped $104.55. The Great Mitchby. Love this stream. Next meetup poker tournament, 0.07770000 ETH.
That would be fun, man. Let's do a poker tournament. Oh no! Oh no, chat. The crowd's getting violent. Someone call Scott Carney. Tell him about the hop. Will we react to? No, we figured that was probably a long-term downtrend. Alright, established. Alright, cool. What was the beat, man? So we win, right? Someone just made $1 billion. Yeah, but thank you, Unlikely Futures. That was an unlikely contribution. Frankly, I expect my streams to be like yesterday, or even today.
Supports will be tested.
Thank you, Anonymous, for the 8s. That's a rare 888 contribution right there. Thanks, man. But again, failed to break out. In fact, didn't just fail to break out, it up-thrusted and has back-tested the up-thrust. Which is, that's got bearishness. That's bearish. This price action right here, correlating to a trend line, is bearish.
Bro, So where people invest their money at if real war happen, how about banks? Should we leave money in banks?
Well, I mean, banks are insured by the FDIC, 250 grand. So you have like, you know, a lot more than 250 grand. I don't know, maybe it could be okay to have multiple banks set up. But again, you're asking about solvency of your regional banks or national banks, and I mean, I would think they're probably safe, but at the same time, man, we've talked about what's going on right now is we're in this crazy transitionary period of the world order of everything, the banking system, the way companies do business. There's just so many political climates insane. You're in a tumultuous time. So it's already almost impossible to predict the way things are going to turn out in the next year or two. Almost impossible. But with so many things going on right now, it is really, really impossible. So like, how do you forecast long term? You know, like with so many different transitions occurring across the globe. Yeah, I don't know that. Oh, sorry.
Wow, sorry, I had the 1929 mic on. My bad, dude. Probably annoying. Anyway. But a poker tournament meetup would be insane. Even a cash game would probably be more fun, because what happens when the people in the group in our meetup bust? What are they gonna do? Like patty cake or something, you know? Cash games would be more fun, because then if someone busts, they can rebuy. I know you could always do a rebuy in a tournament, but at the same time, it's like, we could do a tournament and then, you know, a cash game after the tournament too, or something. But yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. There goes Hex. What did it do? Pump more? Well, remember, it did have a candle close above that level, which is a massive breakout level. But yeah, okay. Well, it broke. It closed above it. Look, and it immediately on the new day, this new price section's ushered in. And okay, for now, it's pulling back. But I think if it makes a higher low than your previous low, you'll probably be okay. I would not be that concerned about it, man. You're okay for now. Just 3.95 cents is the big one, the big area. $50 is a ZD. Oh my god, yeah. How much is he into us for? About $40 is a ZD. He got Timo while you were sleeping. He said you okayed it. Great show. I thought it was 40. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Alright, anyway, I guess we could go back, you know. We looked at Bitcoin, so... But bro, Momo was gonna do it, man. Momo, which is a Chinese stock. It looks like Dash. It looks like any other S-coin that exists on the planet. All-time lows already. And just distribution is so ugly. I mean, you want to talk about crab pattern or deep crab here? Look at this. It's like, there it is. It's so perfect, man. Like a 1618, which would be the target. Talking like $2.54. I know it looks crazy, but that's so valid. It's a little deeper than an 886. That's almost like canary behavior. You know, it's the wave structure is even stronger the deeper the B point is, in my opinion, right? It's really ugly here. It's your Momo, dude. Hello, group. Oh, Shopify was down today, but not too bad. I mean, this one, Shopify, is right back at this key level. I don't know if it's going to hold on. It probably will if earnings are good and the whole market gets propped up. I mean, the bullish divergence on the daily seems to have been playing out some, but not any follow through yet. Like, you figure divergence like this on the daily, hey man, we're gonna moon. And it just turned into another local lower high. What? So pathetic, man. And no like formal harmonic structure here, really. The X, the A, the B would have been too perfect than the lower high, but you know, wave structure, it's stronger. I would think eventually 1763 on Shopify. What about PayPal? You know, been really bearish on PayPal. It's looked so good bearishly. Down 0.74%. So holding up, the buyers are defending this scam level from 2020. And there's divergence that very well could play out where it rallies here. I mean, sellers have been trying. They can't do anything. Macro's too good. The index funds are too strong for the bots to push PayPal any lower. Where was Stitch Fix? Yeah, I mean, this one. Fresh all-time lows today. Stitch Fix. How was it down 3.5%? It at one point was down like over 6%, I guess. 310. Remember this one? Oh my God. What about the Open Door? Y'all remember Open Door? They're part of the you will eat the bugs. You will own nothing and eat the bugs. Companies like Zillow and Open Door are contributing factors. BlackRock, Vanguard, you will eat the bugs. You have broken, I mean, my God, you were so close to hitting fresh all-time lows today. Nice bearish engulfing candle. All right, Open Door. Legit. Open the door and let the bears come in. We joked about, hey, this wedge, I bet it breaks downward. It's breaking downward. You got some of these that are just like doomed. Oh yeah, DXY. Sorry, I'm all over the place. It doesn't matter, dude. What are you supposed to do in market conditions like this as a live streamer? If you're live streaming markets, I mean, clearly no one cares anymore. So it's like, I'm just trying to stay consistent, but it gets tougher and tougher every day. The only thing to really talk about is the supply line. You've tested again. You're still below it, and you've been regarding it very well as resistance, and that's it. Hidden divergence didn't do crap. So it could still be trying to top out here. It is. Yesterday was not a good candle. This could catch fall to the downside. Probably the worst area ever to be trying to buy the DXY, right? If your supply line goes all the way back to 2009 and 15, 17, and now 2022, and it's reversed. I don't know. I mean, like 1 and 2 is established, but then it goes in 2016 and it reverses. So what if it reversed again here? Not that crazy. Yes, Paris, they do. They want you to eat some bugs. Speaking of bugs, here's your Zillow. You know, getting down to those levels where there's like strong support potentially, but you can see the this is just another crab pattern. Pattern completion zone $21, $21.50. So then fine, take us down to that the IPO low from August 2015. Probably gonna get it, but yeah, you did bounce off 27.36. That's, you know, understandable. You've lost all your value. It was like this is a 2000 bubble pop. It happened. It's already happened. So now history tells us from looking at NASDAQ stocks that bubble popped, they lose all their value. Most of the time they do nothing for like half a year. They just slowly bleed out for half a year. And then eventually something happens and then they finally reverse. But yeah, you're just down at levels where obviously you have limited downside potential, but it's still low, so it can continue to fall, and the limited downside could take you as far as $23 or so, right? I guess we could look at gold and the commodities and stuff before I leave. Gold, I mean, divergence is starting to develop now, you know. Really, I mean, you got a low, well, it's almost convergence because it's technically a higher low. It's about the same low, but just another day that gold went and tested that original supply line and failed to break it. But an engulfing candle's there, so if you break it, man, it's just gonna, it's the same thing as an equity now. Gold is, it just does what, everything just kind of does the same thing. Oh, the equities markets go up, well then gold will probably go up too. It's not like they do something different, man. They've been in bear trends, man. Equities and gold and metals, man. Okay. Silver, same crap. Have your alert set up on gold above 1683. You hear the beep, you know, hey, something serious is happening on gold where it's getting above inflection points. It's certainly broken a supply line. And then we can talk about things, but it's just not done those things yet. So you pay attention. Silver still showing that accumulation. I mean, look, it's trying to make two higher lows than the initial low from September. And on that second low, it's pretty much trying to show hidden bullish divergence. So it's not dead yet. It's just so close to being dead, man. So you're talking about a rectangle, talking about a range here. I would think rectangling down here. Can you see it? Here it is. You are range bound between 1819 and 2070. Up, down, up. Wait, down, up, down, up, down. So it could go up again. Whatever, man. It's trying to hold on. It's trying to show accumulation confirmation. Copper, there was the distribution, but then there was the Gartley identified. And it's like, no way this Gartley plays out. This is insane. And that's where we are right now. It's not making higher highs yet, so it has not invalidated the
Hi, I'm here almost every day. Always awesome. I love this group for learning. I've been looking at this since mid-September. My entry $22. Your thoughts? REKT CTF on TradingView.
DK, thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, DK. 360. For the contribution count words, we'll take a look. Greg CTF. Wait a minute, thanks. Stop. Yep.
We'll do it. U.S. oil. Nothing's changed. Liquidity's gone. Hasn't moved in a week. And that's it. Wow. Still in a downtrend. Still the lowest high of the downtrend so far. But it's not making a lower low yet. It's just stuck below $87. So it can always go to $78 easily from there when it's below it like that. Guess what? Natural gas. Or what it did, just collapsed yesterday, but it gapped up and filled a gap, 1881 from the 20th, and is safely back above the 2019 lows. So if you stay above this long enough, 2042 would be in store. You'd probably fill another gap at 1990 something. So a failed bearish breakdown for now from that July low. And that's it. It was up today, but it's been down. It pulled a Luna, didn't it? Another day. Live cattle futures. Pumps. 0.75% up, man. Unstoppable. It's the Jesus chart. Live cattle. Your steak, man. This is another reason why. You'll eat the bugs. And you'll own no homes. It's a concerted effort from many different corporations. All connected to old Klaus Schwab, the frickin' Nazi dude. Like legitimate Nazism runs in his blood. Highest price since 2015, man. Highest price since June of 2015. Nearing that 1618. Crab pattern completion 153.20. All right. Never hear the beep, I'll know. What about your hogs? Not the same story for hogs. Hogs just like lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, probably, maybe a gap fill, and then maybe lower lows later. Bearish as F. Been bearish since it topped out with the bearish chart. Coffee futures, let's go. You know, it's down 0.26% today. It broke support. It's in a long-term downtrend now. It's confirmed. Lower highs, lower lows. Lower highs, lower lows. The buying climax ushered it all in February. So you got a long way to fall. 172. If you ever break 172, my God, you're going down to 104. Very well happen. Orange juice, unstoppable. Unstoppable, man. Hits a 1,414, gaps down, and is beginning to rally again, testing that 204 area. And then the bearish divergence, deaf ears, falling on deaf ears for now. If you break 204, you could be going to the 1618. If you break the 1618, then you're talking about a high from 2016, and then the all-time high. Right from, well, the all-time high was actually in 2016 at 227.60. But you see the 2012, 2016 highs. That's possibly where you're headed. So incredible runs from these couple commodities. Nothing really sticks out, notable. Nothing else really. Oh, lumber was down 5+%. Jeez, man. Just look at these lower highs. They just lower high, lower low, lower high, same low, lower high, lower low, lower high, hidden bearish divergence. God, probably going to 460, 414 again. And I guess what happens when you break 414 is you have a mega plunge. But yeah, it's so much distribution, such a downtrend. And this is what I'm talking about with like a bubble pop like NASDAQ in 2000, then it pops, and this is what they look like after they hit 886s and 95% retrades. They just do this for a long time, but they finally recover. Okay, man, I don't know, man. This is... I have to find a new career or something soon. This is just, I mean, you know, look, dude, it's just... I love charts, but man, the charts aren't moving anymore. They're not doing, they're dead market. It's like, I have to like be here daily and cover nothing happening ever anymore. All right, thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions. You have two valid thoughts. The shark that's bullish. Okay, it could break upward because bullcrap market's stupid. Shorts got to get squeezed because index funds went down 20% in 2 months, and we got to get a rally because midterms are coming and whatever. Earnings season, coin flip, they've already been destroyed, so they might pump. Okay, that's why the shark's valid. Complete bullcrap. But then you have the long-term established bear trend argument where you have a right angle descending rod formation that no one's buying at the support. And it makes plenty of sense why you eventually break downward and see 13K in time. Not going to happen overnight, but that's where I'm leaning towards the bearish argument because the trend's bearish, and I'm not going to apologize for having somewhat of a bearish bias right here. But if like tomorrow we pumped 10%, I won't be surprised. You can't be surprised because it's bullcrap. The thing's lost some 70+% of its value in about a year, less than a year technically, 70%. So it's like, okay, a stupid dumb rally happens and it's still in a bear trend. Okay, cool, dude, still long-term downtrend. So I don't think the bottom's in on Bitcoin, the global bottom where we're talking the lowest low of the entire bear trend. I don't think that's in yet. Anyway, just going live on the anniversary of the 1929 crash. We'll never see anything like that again, but thanks for coming out and watching. So, I don't even know if my stream deck's going to work for this, so I might just be sitting here awkwardly for a sec, but, oh, there's another request. I forgot, man. I'm so used to not doing requests anymore. Yeah, you're right. I have no more muscle memory of doing requests. REKT and ETF looks so bad, man. Oh my god. Yeah, it's pumping because it's been destroyed. So well below that low from 2012. It was certainly a bearish bat pattern. This reminds me of something like the UK 100. 886, right? And just takes forever. It's like Bitcoin right now in its own right. Talking about how long it takes for the reversal to happen. It's like, man, you'd think that the sellers are failing so much that eventually it's just going to break upward, but it never did. Never did. You actually got like a formal type 2 before it started rolling over. And then it dumped, flushed out, rallied, made a lower high distribution. That's when you know. Really bad. And these are your levels: 1672, 20 bucks, 26.45. You're in the middle of them, so it's kind of like you missed out on the optimum entry for a short or taking profit. But there's not even really much of an edge here. It's hard to discern. Trend's long-term bearish right now. And I don't get it. It's like you make these highs in 2017, 2018, and then just before the COVID crash, you made lower highs, and then like you sold off, and $9 trillion gets infused into the global markets, and then you rally, and you're unable to capture the highs before COVID crash. And you confirmed that. That was confirmed that there were not enough market participants to push the price higher than the December 2019 high. And now you're rolling over again. And so it's like, I get that you're down at basement levels kind of, but still having a difficulty believing in it being some Wyckoff accumulation range. If it is, then I think you could be going way lower before it pivots. I mean, you're talking, if you want to buy the bottom, look for $16.72, $17. Oh, what was it you liked about it? You bought it 22. Your entry is $22. Wow, you could have bought at $22 7 years ago, dude. 7 years ago. It's not an asset that does anything, does it? It's not a long-term growth stock. It's not a long-term uptrend, is it? No, not even close. So what happens, man? It just made its lowest low and its lowest high of the downtrend. Those are two things that are confirmed there. Yeah, lowest low and lowest high. I get it. You're probably like, hey man, is there? Good God, did it break a supply line? I don't know. Keeps like disregarding, like, hey, no, if you anchor 1 and 2 there, it didn't break crap. If it's a confirmation low, then maybe 26.45. God, why is it so bearish, man? Why does it suck so much? I think if it was going to rally here, you would probably have a target at 26.45, but who knows, man? What if it goes to 25 and tops out? Just, you're now fighting a trend. The trend has reversed. It went no trend and now it's downtrend, right? No trend from, kind of, I would say between January 2021 and February 2022, about a year, it was a no trend. It was just range bound sideways, and now it's confirmed downtrend. All you're doing, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So those are just not great conditions to be like looking for fresh longs and stuff. All right, well, enjoy your bear market, enjoy it. Dang, man. Let's go. Let's go. That's surprising.
REKT tipped $100.23. Thanks, Mitch. 0.074569226 CDH.
Brad D, thanks so much, Top, for the $100 and 23 cents. The Ethereum contribution. Thanks so much, man. Wow.
Both of y'all. mean, all the contributions, but unlikely futures and REKT, because they tipped triple digits today, and that's incredible. Very grateful for that, but totally get how, that's, not necessary. You don't have to do that. These are bad market conditions. I get it. And, I know where things are trending, and there's nothing I can really do about it, to make them change course, and just got to weather all of it and try to persevere through it, and do, this stuff, is this really even matter? Doing different themes and about to do a Halloween stream. Is it like, tell you, dude, I'm going to crossroads kind of. Okay. Every day you watch me stream these markets, I'm crossroadsing. So thank y'all, and thanks again for that. So I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey. Nope. All my effing things are broken now. God.